What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This is a video that you guys asked me to react to with Marcus Smart from R2 B-Ball. I think it's Ryan Razuki, I think is his name. But I've seen his content quite a bit. I've never done like a full deep dive or review. We'll probably do that at some point. I haven't really seen much of an issue with his content. So this will be interesting. This will be good for a couple reasons. I haven't seen this video, but 3 or 4 of you were actually asking me to react to it, so looking forward to it.
So even like right now, I can close that soon. So we playing one-on-one. Boom, okay. So I know this is a right-hand driver, this is a right-hand finish. So see, I'm not opening up just saying go left, but I'm encouraging more left than right. So when he starts dribbling, I can slide, and what most players do, when he makes a counter move to go back, they open up and they slide again. So then when I open up, he's
Oh, is he about to do the...
good player. When I open up, boom, he's coming right to me. Line against a foul. Now watch this. Whenever you feel like cross over. Where are you going?
Yeah, that Nimhart does this a lot. Lou Dort does this a ton. Like, yeah, that's very good.
You're gonna run to me, I'm gonna take the ball, or you
Drew Holiday, we just broke down the other day, did this.
go to your left. Where are you?
And listen how he talks about like why he's not just reacting on the spot. He's not making this up on the spot. He's already done his homework, right? Listen what he says.
This is a right-hand driver, this is a right-hand finisher.
So I know this is a right-hand driver and right-hand finisher. So he's forcing this guy left, like we talk about in our one-on-ones. He's forcing him left. He's forcing him to get to his second layer. And then Marcus Smart is saying, when we get to his second layer, this is how I'm going to defend his crossover. This is how I'm going to defend the second layer. Again, you're going to play against a player that has that second layer also, and they get to their third layer. And then Marcus Smart can talk about the third layer. But defensively right now, he's only talking about one layer. He's only talking about getting you to your second layer and then being ready to play that. He's only talking about one shift. Actually, he's talking about 2. Force left is the first one. Then he's talking about on the second layer. My bad. He's only talking about 2 things, right? Defensively, the way most people think is right here. This many layers. This is how many layers most people think defensively. Stay between your man and the basket. That's how most people play defense. I'm not even kidding you. The fact that I started telling you guys about like, oh, this guy's right-handed, shade him left, and you guys were like, what? Mind blown. I was like, whoa. Okay, so this is a thing that I guess not everyone knows. And then when we started talking about the second layer stuff, again, everyone did it again. Whoa, mind blown. And I'm like, okay, there's a huge disparity about what we learn offensively compared to what we learn defensively. And to me, they go hand in hand. When we talk about the fighting game stuff, they go hand in hand. When you learn something offensively, you should learn how to stop it defensively so that you can then have a counter for it on offense. And then defensively, you can stop that counter. Like this is how you layer your game and improve it. And the fact that we don't do that, what do you call it? We don't just do that reactively. We don't just do that on our own intuitively. We don't do that intuitively. Got there. The fact that we don't do that intuitively to me lets me know like this is where basketball content should go for. This is really good. Sorry, I'm glad of it.
But I'm encouraging more left than right.
So we saw that. So he's only talking about forcing him into a second layer and then jumping the ball.
Bring it back. I'm on that right hand. You gotta shoot through. God, let's get that 9, 6'8", and KD. Get it off, KD. Right here.
And KD does that, right? He brings the ball up around the other side.
Bring the ball all the way back. So I'm here. You're on his hip, right? Yep. Now he's trying to keep you here. So instead of allowing it, so try your best to keep me over, right? Yeah, I get around. Now look, that took him way over here. The basket's right there. He going way over here now. Remember, it's 4 of the guys on it, so you probably gonna have somebody here help, and now he's supposed to be going, you know what I'm saying? North, south, he going east and west. That's what I win that back.
Obviously,
Sure.
For you, more often. What's been like? So the only thing I'm thinking of that I would see someone beat this with is like this. Okay. Like you're here, you're trying to cut me off. I'm here. I've just seen someone.
This is so funny to me because these are good questions. Don't get me wrong, but when you're as a coach, when you're trying to teach something, when you're trying to teach a play, or you're trying to teach like, hey, do this, trust me, it works. Just trust me, bro. What do all the kids do? You're going to have that one kid. Oh, but what if he just does this? And it's like, well, then you just do this. Yeah, but what if he does this? That's what Ryan is doing right now. Marcus Smart has said, like, hey, if this is how I play and this is why I do this. And then Ryan's like, yeah, but you know, you probably haven't thought about this part. What if the guy does this? And Marcus Smart is like, there's 4 other guys on the court. Like, I want him doing that. And he goes, yeah, well, now the only way I can think of is what if I do this?
But that's
Slava.
That's where that drop step comes in. Now watch this. I want you to do that when you're ready.
And Marcus Smart is like, yeah, do it. See, try it.
I'm telling you to do it. Chop. Because you're going to hit me dead in my fucking...
It's just so funny because it's like, obviously NBA players have done these things. And I think Ryan is asking the right question. If you don't understand, ask. Don't be annoying and asking questions just to ask questions, just to be annoying, just to try and prove the coach wrong. I think Ryan is asking because he genuinely doesn't know and he's trying to understand. This is the right time to ask questions. I ask questions all the time. This is the right thing to do. But this is what we do all the time to NBA players, right? We watch on the couch and we just go, why didn't the guy just do this? Why didn't they just do this? And it's like, yeah, they've probably already thought through that, man.
Most likely, it's going to be a flagrant one, anything to the face.
I'm saying I wouldn't do that unless I see you trying to creep in front.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Now watch this.
See, he's still doing it. To me, Marcus Smart has clearly explained this concept, and to be like, okay, I've got this is going to come off as a knock to Ryan. What I'm trying to actually do is show the picture of, like, try to get out of this way. He's a coach, he's a trainer. He needs to know the why. He needs to understand where this will work and where it won't, because these are the questions he's going to get. Okay. I'm trying to get you guys as fans of basketball, if you're not a coach or if you're just a casual fan, if you're a young hooper, try to get you out of this style of, like, over asking. Like, he's already answered the question and you're trying to defeat the question, or you're trying to defeat it now in 20, 30 different ways. But the way we just give like an online coach or whatever will say, hey, just do this for 10 minutes, and all of you just buy in. Everyone just buys in. It's like, yeah, I guess this guy works with NBA guys. I guess we got to buy in. Marcus Smart is giving us gold here. And we're trying to find 1,000 ways of why it won't work. This is not about Ryan, by the way.
And now you jump it. It's a cat and mouse game. It's like, so.
And he's saying, yeah, it's cat and mouse. It's we talk about it all the time. It's checkers, it's chess. It's like it's 50-50s, like the video we just made.
So I know James Harden. If my hand's in there when he drives, he's there. So instead of he keeping it,
scouting report.
I'm here. Same thing with that. Gotcha. Just like you run through, but last minute just take a step back. So you can still try to get around and run through. As soon as you see him do you like boom, that's when you take that step back. Because remember, you only get 2 steps. That's one. The second one, either that way or this way. And if you go that way, I'm already going with you. Now if he comes back, make him go through my body. So it don't work all the time, but it's an advantage.
And that's another thing. Like, again, you're not going to hold someone at 0 points. He's already saying, like, you're playing the best of the best. They've already made it to the basket. You're already beat. Like, they should score that. But Marcus Smart is showing, like, hey, even when they get to the basket, like, here's a couple things I can do to possibly throw them off, possibly get a block, possibly get a steal, possibly get a turnover. This is win conditions, right? You got to get the win conditions in your favor as much as possible.
I know when I guard somebody, I know their moves, their counter moves, and their counter. It ain't gonna work every time. I promise you're not gonna give me one of them 3 moves every time. One of them I'm gonna get. It's not guard. Then you go back there where I can stay. But now I put a little more pressure on you. I know that.
And what we're not thinking about too is every time he's making these guys drive off the line or take another step back or do something else, like, there's help, there's other defense, there's other things going on. Shot clock is winding down. Like, all these little tiny wins and little tiny advantages over the course of a 48-minute game, like, these add up.
And that's just how it is. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. It's a guy I see, but it's tough because Thursday's just good. Yeah. Watch Kyrie and James. When they get down, they're looking at your feet. They look at you. As soon as you change, they got you. Now once you tip over, it's just like a cornerback and wide receiver. I'm a CB. He goes and do his route. You don't need the ball. Just take off running, right?
We've used this a lot too, right? When we were talking about Tony Allen, he's kind of like a cornerback in football.
I'll beat my hips over.
And this is something I actually had flat out running or that type of quickness I didn't necessarily have, but I could change direction really quick. I could stop really quickly. I could get to full speed really quickly. So my first step was really good. That's what allowed me to get around a lot of small guards, just because the change of pace, quickness was there, but I didn't have the flat all out speed, like a Russell Westbrook or people like that. This is interesting.
He goes, move, boom. He be worried if I go, as soon as he take on my first step, dad. How we going? Let's do it. You got your shot block, so then you probably gonna take one, let's do it. It's the same thing. Let's move. Let's do it.
One less dribble, less movements. Come on, Marcus Smart. Marcus Midrange Smart, let's go.
The movement, it's just like a dribble. One less dribble, right? You want to take one less dribble. You got your shot block, so then you probably gonna take one less dribble. It's the same thing. Let's move. Bruce Lee, that's one of my philosophies. Cookie's way, it's here, boom, straight to it. Don't come out of here. So when I hit you, bam, same thing. You want to take out all as much movement as you can.
Man, this is so good because it's all the foundational conceptual learning, right? And again, this is where guys like this are just on a different level. And you can tell, like Ryan's asking all the right questions, but conceptually and foundationally, Marcus Smart understands it. He can explain it. Ask me whatever question you want about my philosophy. I can explain it because I understand it holistically. Now, what we do is we usually take a piece of someone's understanding and then we try to glorify it for social media. And it's like, well, we don't understand conceptually why it works, but I just know it works. And we can't really teach that concept. So this is really good. Having someone who understands holistically everything about what he does and what's getting him paid millions of dollars and also being able to explain it.
So the quickest point is when he takes off, I need to get boom. So I need to take out that. And it's boom. Boom. Ah, damn, I'm late. Now let me start running. When I open up, I'm already get out of there.
You can tell he's passionate. He's kind of like me with this channel. He just rambles.
Oh shit.
We had to use. Yeah, this reminds me of high school all over. No, thank you. So this is, again, if you're a coach, don't just make your guys do pinky drags, but understand why. If you do need to do it, understand why you would need to do it or what you're trying to teach, what you're trying to prove on. This is the stuff we used to do. And I would say it was like the best part of American culture in sports and the worst part. So it's the best part because this is going to build your strength, conditioning, being able to physically be better at playing defense. It doesn't help you play defense by itself, but physically it makes you better, right, as an athlete. But like, do you need to do this for an hour straight? No, because then your body breaks down. Do you need to do this every single day? No, because like the science behind why and when to do things has come a long ways, but we've almost gone too far the other way of like people saying don't do these old school drills or don't do basketball should just be fun all the time. I still think there's a time and place for this old school stuff. I still think like sports is supposed to be hard. Like we've gotten to a point where it needs to be easy and people don't want to do the hard parts anymore. Like that's part of it. That's part of the grind. And that's the part of sports that like teaches people resiliency, but also builds them up. And now physically you should be in better condition to go do the things you need to do on the court.
So you got to get down and get out. So that means you got to slide. So you can't be here. That shit hurts. Because remember, your pinky can't come up. So when I do it, I'm here.
You get it over with. Just go. Yep, get it over with.
I'm getting there quick. Get that shit over with. Get it out.
I've been there. Like people think like, oh, you know, what if I just want to be lazy with it? You just can't. Like you can't sit there in that stance for 5 minutes. Like you get it over with. Get in, get out.
You switch to the other hand when you go this way?
You can.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter which pinky is on the ground.
It won't work. So I start. I do my full court.
Well, that's like you know, you do slides, right?
Oh, he lets you pick?
Your pinky just don't come up.
Just get it done.
So you're going to slide this way, and then switch and slide this way. Or you got to keep this one here.
Your pinky. So once I touch this line, boom.
Again, they're asking all the questions, but it's just like honestly, does it physically change the drill? These questions don't matter, man. Just do the drill. Tell someone to do this drill. If they do it and they switch pinkies, if they do this and slide opposite directions every time, it don't matter. This is hard.
Athletic, like, shit, I'm athletic too, but damn.
Yeah, but they weren't that smart.
No, I need to make it easy on myself.
He just said they wasn't that smart. I mean, they were pretty good. Did he play against KD, Texas?
Around with this, see how it worked. My coach started giving me little hints like, do this. It's like, I know. I figured it out and just start working. Picking people's pockets. I'm like, how the fuck? It's just like offense. It's a read.
Yeah, this is good.
It's just a read. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially because like the ball has to come back up, right? So like, I wouldn't probably go for a steal. I wouldn't go for a steal if it's here. That's what people fuck up. I go to a steal when it goes like that. Because guess what? He can't go and quick and tough.
Interestingly enough, this happened against him in the video we were watching with Drew Holiday, right? And I talked about it. Drew Holiday, this is really good. Like Marcus Smart is just talking about a lot of the things we talk about. Marcus Smart was dribbling up the court, 7 seconds left, I think it was, and Jaylen Brown was running up the sideline. The right play was for Marcus Smart to kick it ahead because Drew Holiday was standing in between them. But Drew Holiday kept running backwards. He didn't commit until Marcus Smart like started putting the ball down, and then Drew Holiday sprinted forward and got his hands in there and got a steal because he timed it exactly what Marcus Smart is talking about. It's funny how it just
like when he let go on it, boom.
The perfect example happened to him.
So and 9 times 10 when he dribbles, it's here and he's not going and trying to go back down. He's going here. There, I wouldn't. So I'm just sitting like this. I'm just doing you like this. I'm giving you a little bit to let you know I'm there. I'm there, and then I'm going.
Tony Allen did that same thing against Clay.
You see guys bringing it up, I'm guarding, and then bring like say you bring it up full, right? So I'll fuck you. So I keep it like this. I bring it, boom.
I think he's about to say it. This is something I used to do all the time. So again, I wasn't super I wasn't athletically just quicker than guys, so I could just keep cutting them off, right? But I would just think, and as they're dribbling up the court, I would just stunt at the ball enough to where it looked like I was going for the steal. If they're bringing it up with their left hand and I stunted at the ball and they went quickly between the legs, then I'd just keep backing up, right? And then I would do that. I would try to get in like 5 or 6 of those before halftime. Just stunt for the ball. And then if there's like a moment where I felt like I could get a steal or I felt like I'd conditioned them enough, I'd stunt for the ball to get them to do their between the legs. And then I'd go full speed at that between the legs and try to cut it off, or I'd step back over and try to take a charge, whatever it is. Like I try to bait them into making a mistake that I can use later on. But I wasn't just going for random steals. I think that's what he's talking about here. Let's see.
Oh my, do what you do. When I'm calling, I'll be like, yeah. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Damn, especially standing up.
Kinda, not really.
A while earlier in the year, when I threw the ball off his foot and I saved it, and he's like, how the hell he saved it? Prime example, I'm denying him the whole time. But the whole time I see it, like I'm looking, I'm here. I kind of give him, all right, he's up. I probably can get it. Last minute, tip. They're not going to try to go for it. Give it everything you got. Most players stop when the ball back to their hands, right? Go through it. Play through it. You might fuck around getting it. End up getting it. So,
This is just effort.
But you got to want to.
Yeah, but not everyone has that because you got to.
You got to
have that
defense,
passion.
playing defense sucks ass. Like it sucks.
Nice.
You're not
Let's see this.
strong enough, but you're poor, you will fall over. But like I was telling him, same thing. So try to when you go right, try to pull me back. Most guys, right? But with the step, obviously you have to be strong here. So he goes here. Or when he tries to pull me back, I'm here.
Yeah, I got this a lot. just by having exactly what he's saying of like strength and conditioning was so important for me when I was playing because a lot of guys don't take it that serious. So that was my edge. It wasn't that I had some natural gifts over a lot of people. Like I'm 6'5", so I play this weird. I'm either going to be taller or I'm going to be shorter and quicker. Like I'm going to be one of those. So I kind of have this weird in between like build where it allowed me to be like, okay, well, if I can add some strength, I can add some explosiveness, some quickness. It's just going to help my strengths become even stronger. Whatever. Anyways. because I did strength and conditioning, I would sometimes get guys that would do that. They would try to push off, and I was able to like just sit in my core, just be there and anticipate and shoot that gap or play that second level that we're talking about. And again, it wasn't because I was necessarily so much better than them, or I wasn't a great defender. It's just I worked on a thing that they didn't work on. Naturally, they might have been a better player, a better athlete, but because I worked on my strength and conditioning, when these like little moments came up, I had the advantage, because typically they were used to playing against someone who didn't take it that serious. So that shot was always open to them. So then when they play against me, it's like, why did that not work?
Instead of landing, you got to tighten. You got to be able to on your toes.
Well, this is the same thing we were just talking about earlier, right?
Now this one's advanced. You got to, because
it's the same thing we was talking about earlier about like giving away and anticipating when people are going to do it. Like it's a scout. You can't, I would never teach this. This is the stuff I talk about with Tony Allen, with Drew Holiday. I would never teach this, but it's a scout. If you know this is a guy's go-to move, you gotta have something for
if
it.
he's a good player, he might hit you with he goes, so you fuck. So you have to read it. So he goes, here. That way you, like, you can stop yourself from falling. But like I said, a good player, so
Break dribble.
yeah, hold it. If you do that, he goes, he stops and shoots it. So most likely it's here when he goes. See how he tries to push me, but my leg, this is strong. So instead of going and leaning, I lean back towards him as he's pushing me. So as he's pushing me that way, I lean back towards him to hold my ground and stick that in and I push off.
You might even get that steal out.
You might get the steal. Exactly. So if it was me, this is how I would play it. I would be like, and I would reach right there because you gotta bring it back. Nobody plays it.
Yep. And we talk about getting back into your athletic stance. Marcus Smart is basically just saying like he's always in an athletic stance, so he's always ready to pounce on the steal or the crossover or whatever. And this guy is not in an athletic stance. I'm kidding. The ball handler, if they're not efficient with getting into an athletic stance, like again, you're not playing against defenders like this all the time, so you're just not prepared. But that's why I always preach it. Like be in an athletic stance, be ready to go, because you're going to play against someone like this who does get an athletic stance, and none of your moves are going to work.
So I'm here.
It's so hard to.
Exactly. You all bound. I win that battle. Unless you just come up with bullshit. See, you do all that. I even got you still.
See what I mean? Look, you're answering the wrong questions. Like this is so funny because this was a perfect example. He might have been joking. Okay, super. I'm going to be charitable. I don't know Ryan at all. I haven't looked at his content too much. We'll do that at some other point. But this is what happens, right? Marcus Smart is saying, if a guy drives into me, I'm going to get on balance first, and then I win that battle. And then now Ryan has gone, well, yeah, but what if he goes behind the back spin and he even loses it just doing the demonstration? I know it's funny, not a big deal, but it's like, no, you're thinking wrong. You need to get back on balance faster. That's the problem. And that's what we always preach, and that's what we always coach. Like you need to be back on balance first. You can't just fix this right now. This is a strength and conditioning thing that you're going to have to work out. This is a habit building thing. You have to work out when you're doing your drills now. You don't need the behind the back spin. You just need to push off and get back on balance quicker than him. And now you've pulled that rubber band tight. Now you have a split second to make a move. Now, if you want to go behind the back and spin, now if you want to go behind the back and shoot, now if you just want to shoot or redrive, full speed right, full speed left, now if you want to do those things, it opens up. But if you don't get back on balance, doesn't matter.
Here, so say you do, I missed the steal, you push me off, I missed the steal, you go back, I'm still right
He's
there.
still on balance, and Ryan is still not on balance.
And that's the beauty of it. If you, that's why you got, if you flat footed, you're done. All you gotta do, that's why you gotta have your toes on ground. You can't be like this. You have to have your knees locked on your toes. And you really move like a boxer. Because now, right here, whatever you do, I can get you. But here, shit, late.
Negative step. Guys, Marcus Smart might be solving all of our problems with this video. Look what he's saying. He's like,
whatever you do, I can get you.
See, he's like, whatever you do, boom, 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 I can get there.
But here,
Now watch what he does. Flat-footed. Negative step. It's just funny because like, is the negative step worthless? No. If you're not in an athletic stance, or if you're off balance or whatever, our bodies are naturally good at being efficient. It's the most efficient way to move out of this stance. It's good. You need to have it. But if you just are always in an athletic stance, don't need to negative step all the time, right?
Like most players. So I closed out. So I closed out like this and hit me. I went bing, and I just kept him on his right hand, and he got me.
Because he was so ready for the contact, and when the contact didn't come, and he would just like was playing off balance. You're not going to get Kyrie off balance much. To get Kyrie off balance, it takes a Marcus Smart level of strength and balance. So you're not going to get Kyrie off balance, but you can get people at your level off balance by doing these sort of things, implementing these sort of things.
Most players don't open up.
But most players not going to do that move. Or most players, decent defenders, close out. And look how much space I just gave.
I'm not going to come in here.
Exactly. Not trying to swipe.
You're not even.
And this is good. I did this a lot on. So as an import, you're expected to outperform the other import. So for me, that meant being on the court most of the game or all of the game if I could. So early on, I would not try to be as physical, go for as many steals, go for as many blocks, whatever. So a lot of times when someone would drive on me, instead of being really physical, I would just keep backing up. And I'm like, as long as I can be there in their face and make the shot a little tougher. What I started to realize is so many people are looking for that contact. They're trying to draw a foul. That if you do, like what Marcus Smart was saying, I started learning, like, just run backwards with people. And a lot of times, like, they'll put the ball up through the middle. I can get a strip, or they're so ready for the contact, they'll put up a bad shot. So I actually started using that, and kind of what he was saying, he's been in the league 8 years, so now he just picks people. I started using a lot of these things that were really just for me to not pick up fouls. They started becoming really good defensive tactics that I realized, like, sometimes when you hollow out and you just move out of the way because people are trying to, it's kind of like pull the chair. Like a lot of times people get off balance. Now you can go for the block. Now you can go for the steal. Now you can go for a charge or something else. So getting people off balance became super important to try and make a play rather than trying to make a play from me being in a strong athletic stance, you being in a strong athletic stance. Now I go for that steal. Well, now if you drive right when I'm going for that steal, that's a foul. If you're going up for a shot in a strong stance and I'm going up for a block in a strong stance, like you can jump into me and then get the and one, you can jump into me and use all your energy and athleticism. But if I can get you off balance and you do those things and I'm on balance, it's a really good opportunity for me to go get a clean block or a clean steal.
Never open up.
So if I know you're a shooter, I need to get you. I know you're a right-hand shooter, I'm coming here. Right? And I'm making you put in the rubber. All right, you sit. You can't shoot that. Exactly. Let's come on up. If you need it, I can sit here. So you're going to put the ball on the ground, boom, put the ball right there up. Yeah, I can slide. And like Dr. Robinson, I'm getting out there. Fuck that. And that's what I want to do. And I'm going to say, Dr. Robinson doesn't want to finish, he wants to shoot. And I used to get in there. You used to this, right?
Oh, screens now.
I'm like, no way. About a game, fourth quarter?
Shoot.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't said screens.
Hey, that was the Derek Fisher. He used to, man, he would elbow, he would punch. I'm trying to remember who it was that was actually teaching this as well, like punching people in the hip on those screens. But yeah, Derek Fisher would elbow, he would shoulder and get through those screens. And then the screener would eventually just be like, I don't want to set a screen anymore. Lou Dort does this, and he added another layer on top where he'll punch through the screen 3 or 4 times. Like he'll really run through a screen. And then on the 4th time, he knows the screener is set. He knows the screener is ready for the contact too. And he'll act like he's going to run through, and he'll just like fold his body. So as the screener leans into him, his body will just fold and he'll collapse. He'll kind of flop, and they'll call an offensive foul. So he might get 2 of those a game. So he's getting effectively 2 steals, 2 more possessions for his team by doing that. But then he's also fighting through 20 times a game. So there's 22 scenarios where he's trying to win a situation on a pick and roll. Marcus Smart didn't do that as much, but he was like, I'm fighting through every time. Yeah, this video was awesome. R2B ball, thank you for putting this out. This is like a gold mine for those little niche defensive scenarios, but also just holistically, Marcus Smart he's explained every scenario pretty much in 18 minutes. So he talked about foundationally, be on balance, be in good shape, build on your athleticism. And then he spoke about effort. There's a little segment in there just about effort. And then there was a segment about being smart, like the IQ of it, the scouting report of the players that you're guarding. Like he spoke about all aspects of defense. Honestly, now you just have to go do it, right? You just got to go do the thing. So a lot of the studying we do with our one-on-ones situations, A lot of the studying we do, watching Tony Allen, watching Drew Holiday, watching Marcus Smart. We can do a Marcus Smart breakdown now. But all of those scenarios, like he's thought about them. They're not just random things that he's just doing in the moment. He's thought about these things. He's thought about them. He's preparing. He's practicing, all to just push the win conditions in his team's favor just a little bit. And that's what basketball is all about. What do you do when you don't have the basketball in your hands? I thought this was great. This is an awesome video. Thank you guys for sending it through, and I'll see you in the next one.